Joining us at the beach today is Conor McGregor.
He's a lot of fun. One of our favorite interviews at UFC 189. He'll be fighting Chad Mendes. That's on July 11th. Let's talk to Conor.
Conor, I read that you began taking training seriously when you lost a fight over a woman, right? When was this? What happened there?
Yeah, usually it is to do with women, as I'm sure you know. Growing up, I was a young kid. I was the younger kid, and I was after this girl. She was maybe 15, 16 years of age, and then her boyfriend was like 17, 18 years of age, and him and his little crew, they were driving cars and everything, and I was only the young kid. But I sneaked my way in there, and I was with the girl, and we were walking up the street one night, and then the car pulled up in front of me, and a big load of them jumped out and whooped my ass, and I just covered up in a ball and took my beating and done nothing. So for me, after that moment, I thought to myself, you know, I'm going to really learn how to fight. So if someone ever jumps out of a car or jumps out of any situation to me, they will never do it again.
So if 4 dudes jumped out of a car at you right now, you got something for 4 dudes. How many would it take to be a problem?
Maybe I would clean 4 out pretty easily, I feel. And each one, it would take one shot, you know. It depends on how, are we talking zero training or zero?
Yeah, he's talking about zero training, just 4 guys who are looking for a
If
fight.
you two came running at me, I would eliminate you two in less than 45 seconds.
Yes, but if we brought this guy in,
Then
then you'd have a problem.
This is the guy from the last,
him
I remember this guy from last time.
45 seconds. I do remember.
Who was the loved one who questioned this as a career choice the most?
To be honest, every one of them questioned it. Like I said, no Irish man had fought and won inside the Octagon before. As far as my family were concerned, as far as my mother and father were concerned, I left what was a safety net of a trade as a plumber to pursue a career in fighting when no one had done it before me. So simply, they were just listening to what I was saying, and I was just telling them, trust me, I will do it. I told them by the time I am 25 years of age, I will be a self-made millionaire through this game. And my father laughed in my face at that time, and it was a friendly situation. But now I am 26 years of age, and I have achieved that goal. So I might have been a year late, but I still got to look him in the face and say, hey, guess what? I love it. I love to say I told you so.
Describe your most memorable bad day as a plumber.
My God, my most memorable bad day as a plumber. I mean, it just was not a life for me. The whole experience was heavy work. You know, I'd wake up at like 5:30 in the morning. I'd walk about a half an hour hike uphill out onto a motorway. I'd stand out onto the motorway where there's cars ripping by full speed, and I'd have to wait for this country guy, a redneck you would call him, would pull in, and I'd have to bunk into the back of his car, and we'd drive 2 hours in the traffic all the way to the site, and then you're on the cold building site, and you're looking around with all these old people, and their back is up, and everyone's in a bad way. It was just, and I'm the young kid, so I'm getting ordered to do this and ordered to do that, and it just was a hell of a rough time for me. And then I had to make my way home, same again, after 12 hours on a building site, jump in my countryman's car, 2 hours drive home, go to the motorway again, walk all the way home, and then I'm home. And it was just a rough time for me, and I knew that I did not want to pursue this life. Why do this? Why work to the grave? You know what I mean? This is not what life is meant to be. So I left and I quit, and I went home, and I told my father, I said, there's not a hope in hell you're going to ever get me back on that building site again. And he essentially said, we'll see about that. And we had many fights where he tried to get me back onto the building site, but I did not. Although I may have lost the fights we had, but essentially I won because I did not go back to the building site.
Were they actual fights? You're not talking about arguments. You're talking about actual fights.
No. They were actual fights. You know, we threw down. This is welcome to Ireland. This is the way it is. You know, you grow up, and we are raised tough.
But you never won any of the fights? Excuse me. You never won any of the fights other than the big fight of not having to go back there?
Actually, one I did. He came in, he pushed through the door and tried to come at me, but I was training a little bit at this time, so I double-legged him, and I ended up mounting him. and I had him in a vulnerable position. Yeah, so I dominated that sequence. That was actually probably the last time we fought. So
I was about to say, I don't think your dad fights you again after you've won one. It normally doesn't go for a rematch.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think the power shifted in my favor at that moment. But it's all fun and games to me. I enjoy fighting.
Last time you were on with us, you hadn't quite partied a bunch with Dana White. You weren't willing to give us any details on that, but you've been with him a lot more lately. There's been some gambling. Give us a good Dana White story, because he loves having a guy with your mouth and your talents in his stable.
Yeah, about what gambling are you trying to talk about? There was no gambling. The only thing that happens when me and Dana gets together is damn good business, and that is it. Like I said the last time, partying is a weakness for the soul. Dana is a business partner, Lorenzo is a business partner. Anytime I'm in their company, it's to discuss big business.
They love you so much, though, right? Because they love your personality type.
Well, they love the money, as do I. So it's a beautiful relationship.
Let's be clear. You're like this all the time, right? Like, you go to the grocery store, this is the guy that we're going to get.
Yes.
They struck gold with you, right? They struck gold with you because they needed a personality.
Business is booming. Business is good. I am happy to be here. I am happy to save the promotion. You know, I am the savior of this game.
Nice seeing you again, Conor.
Nice seeing you too again, sir. I couldn't understand you the last time, but I am listening carefully now.
The same thing will happen this time.
All right, go ahead. Get in there. Get in there. What do you got for him? What do you got for him?
Conor, what do you do for your girlfriend for Valentine's Day this year?
What did I do this year, or what will I do?
No, what do you do for your girlfriend for Valentine's Day this year?
Oh man, you keep asking me about this romantic side, and I'm trying to. I must prepare next time for a nice romantic story for you and give you what you're looking for, but I actually have no clue. But thankfully my girlfriend is in studio here. What did we do on Valentine's Day this year?
We were in something like it.
Look, this is nice.
We're doing absolutely nothing. I swear, next time, I promise next time I'm going to have the best romantic story you've ever heard in your life.
You're not going to have anything.
You're not going to have anything. Last time you told us I'd go in for the kill. That's how you said. That's how you described your romantic side.
I got another one. When you guys get married, can I come to the wedding?
Of course you can. I'm thinking that nice Miami beach right behind you. That looks nice back there.
Conor, thank you for being on with us, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, boys. I appreciate it.